Pero ang ano ko lang dito is with the kind of voting that happened, you could really see that the Supreme Court might be having internal debates on the ICC issue. Itong hindi pagbigay ng TRO, it doesn't mean that Bato lost for me. Kasi sabi nga nila dito, the main issues raised by the parties in their pleadings and motions are yet to be resolved in the main case. So, main case pa. So, may main case pa. So, ibig sabihin, pero, on the other hand, so ano na to? So, pwede na siyang arestuhin, pwede na siyang kunin, pwede na siyang
in short, Bato, magtago ka na lang muna dyan. Magtago ka na lang.
Ano yung pwede pa siyang arestuhin, dalhin sa The Hague because walang TRO. Kasi the government might interpret.
Basically, Matibag can do whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah. And the thing is, pag wala na si Bato sa Pilipinas, magiging mutin academic na naman yung discussion nyo kasi nga wala nang remedy in order to get Bato out of The Hague.
Nadidisappoint ako yung fact na you let a Filipino go in hiding, abrogated yung mga karapatan niya, abrogated yung kanyang whatsoever. Even if later mag-decide yung Supreme Court na invalid talaga yung warrant of arrest ng ICC unless pumunta to sa Philippine Court or whatsoever, kineso, yung period na kailangan ni Bato ng proteksyon ng Estado ay hindi siya nabigyan ng proteksyon ng Estado is for me is very, very difficult to swallow. Kasi no Filipino deserve to be in that situation. Na yung moment na kailangan mo ng protection, hindi ka mabibigyan ng protection. I don't know, tama naman yun. Baka for some technical reasons, let's wait until we see kung ano talaga yung exact justification dito ng Supreme Court. Pero kasi, ang totoo dito, si Bato cannot live his life anymore. He is being manhunt right now. As we speak, minamanhunt si Bato without valid warrant. Okay, well anyway, punta naman tayo dun sa next natin na eksena today kasi ito eksena rin talaga tong malala. So nag-issue ng press release ang Supreme Court tungkol doon sa hindi pagbibigay ng temporary restraining order na nire-request ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. So hindi sila nagbigay, but they are going to release the decision, yung resolution for the temporary restraining order sa Monday pa. Okay? So ang botohan ay 9 ang nireject yung temporary restraining order, 5 yung ginrant yung temporary restraining order na pinagdadasal ni Senator Bato at merong isang justice na hindi nag-participate. Ayan. Okay? So, yon ang eksena. Ayan, okay. Basahin lang natin ng very, very quick. So, base sa kanilang press briefer ng May 20, 2026, the Supreme Court en banc in special session held this morning acted on the GR number 278747. Okay, actually isa to dun sa ito yung final ni Bato noong March 11, 2025. Ayun. The SC in the vote 951 denied the prayer for temporary restraining order and status quo ante order filed by Senator Bato de la Rosa. The full resolution of the separate and dissenting opinion of the members of the court will be uploaded to the SC website on Monday, May 25. In Senator de la Rosa's manifestation, he prayed for TRO and or status quo ante order to prevent the DILG, the DFA, the DOJ, and the PNP, the NBI, the Bureau of Immigration, and AFP, and the CIDG from arresting him on the basis of warrant of arrest from the International Criminal Court, red notice and diffusion from the International Criminal Police Organization, or any foreign judicial or quasi-judicial instrument without Philippine judicial warrant. The SC only decided on the prayers for interim relief. The main issues were raised by the parties in the pleadings and motions are yet to be resolved in the main case. Okay. I think, no, gusto mo ba mag-react muna dito, Sas?
Ako, ang reaction ko dyan is, hindi ko pa kasi nababasa yung decision eh. Kung why
Sa May
it was
25
denied.
nalabas. Oo.
May 25. Ngayon, there are a lot of reasons why it might have been denied. Like, for example, they cannot issue a TRO. Pwede kasi sabihin nila na they cannot issue a TRO on a warrant of arrest that is not issued by a Philippine court. Pwede rin yung ganon. Alam mo yon?
Mm-mm.
And they could, it could also mean na they could provide steps na we cannot issue a TRO because it doesn't exist in our judicial system. And therefore, magre-recommend sila na kailangan dumaan muna ito sa local courts in order for us to consider, in order for us to act on, issuing a TRO, parang ganyan. Alam mo yon?
Mm-hmm.
So, pwede rin, that's one possibility. Another possibility.
Yeah, maybe yung remedy na technical, the remedy being availed of is not available, parang walang ganon, ganyan. Na, kasi syempre,
na hindi to available yung TRO kasi wala namang warrant of arrest na we have no jurisdiction over the warrant of arrest of ICC. Na, they can only have a jurisdiction kung meron ng actual deprivation of, for example,
alam mo sa may kwenta, kasi baka hindi pinresent yung secret warrant of arrest sa Supreme Court.
Yeah, exactly. Alam mo yun, kasi the Supreme Court cannot decide based on theory.
Mm-hmm.
And based on alam mo yun, na parang may napanood ako dating arguments sa Supreme Court na yung parang, I think kay Falsis yun na, hindi ka naman na-deprive ng ng kasal, bakit ka nandito?
Mm-hmm.
The TRO was not on the ICC warrant, was on the government to stop cooperating with the ICC. Is it? Hindi ba yan? TRO to prevent department and the criminal investigation from arresting him on the basis of any warrant.
Oo. Yan yung original, pero yung supplemental yata, Edward George, sinabi na yung warrant of arrest issued by the ICC. Meron ng mention. Pero itong sinasabi ni Edward, ito yung original, yung sa May 11, 2025. March 11, 2025. Yan yung original na prayer.
Pero kasi ito, ang second ko comment dyan, so I can only speculate on how the Supreme Court decision would actually read out pero yun ang isa ko mga iniisip. Ngayon, ang gusto kong i-highlight dito, 951. Okay? Manipis to. 9-5. Manipis yung 5-5 dissenting, 9 na bumoto for the ponente. Sino bang ponente nito?
Wala, hindi pa rin sinasabi kung sino. Hindi pa rin pinangalanan. Sa Monday rin natin malalaman kung sino yung mga bumoto.
Kita mo, the SC only decided prayers for interim relief. The main issue raised by the parties in the pleadings and motion are yet, ano ba yung main issue? Okay, so hindi sila nag-issue ng interim relief, pero hindi pa nila sinasagot yung main issue. I think, what is the main issue ba? Of whether the warrant of arrest is
well, eto
ang hirap kasi nung press briefer. Wala kasi
yung dito sa press briefer, ang TRO is basically to prevent the DILG, ayan, yung mga government law enforcement agency na arestuhin siya on the basis of the ICC warrant.
I think talaga ang hirap kasi wala kasi nakalagay na reason kung bakit hindi nila dininay eh. Sinabi lang nila dininay. Okay, why did you deny? So maghihintay pa kami ng 4 days, gano'n. Ano to, suspense, di ba? So, I'm pretty sure sina Attorney Torion meron na silang kopya ng decision, di ba?
Walay pa daw. Nag-live sila kanina. Wala pa rin daw silang, hindi pa rin daw nila nakukuha yung kopya ng decision.
So ako nito, kaya ako hindi ko to, well, bakit mo kokondenahin, no? It's a Supreme Court that is the final interpreter of the law. Pero ang ano ko lang dito is with the kind of voting that happened, you could really see that the Supreme Court might be having internal debates on the ICC issue. Itong hindi pagbigay ng TRO, it doesn't mean that Bato lost for me. Kasi sabi nga nila dito, the main issues raised by the parties in their pleadings and motions are yet to be resolved in the main case. So, main case pa. So, may main case pa. So, ibig sabihin, pero, on the other hand, so ano na to? So, pwede na siyang arestuhin, pwede na siyang kunin, pwede na siyang
in short, Bato, magtago ka na lang muna dyan. Magtago ka na lang.
Ano yung pwede pa siyang arestuhin, dalhin sa The Hague because walang TRO. Kasi the government might interpret.
Basically, Matibag can do whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah. But and the thing is, pag wala na si Bato sa Pilipinas, magiging mutin academic na naman yung discussion nyo kasi nga wala nang remedy in order to get Bato out of The Hague. So alam mo yung nangyayaring ganon. So the decision put everyone in, let's say, in limbo. The government, should we act on this now or whatever? And then Bato, wala na ba, etc. So yun ang eksena ng buhay. And I really feel that there is an intense debate going on internally in the Supreme Court. Pero I will leave judgment on what I think about the decision when I already read it. Pero yun na nga, yun lang speculation ko, no? Maybe they're saying na wala naman kaming anong TRO. Kasi pag sinabi nila, girl, na wala naman kaming iti-TRO kasi wala namang warrant of arrest na ang Philippine court. Nagigets mo? Or something else. Kaya nga mag-aabang tayo. That would, kasi kung sinabi nila, kasi kailangan mo i-justify ba't hindi ka nag-issue ng TRO.
Correct.
At doon na natin malalaman kung bakit hindi ka mag-i-issue ng TRO. Ano yung decision, ano yung justification, 'di ba, kung bakit hindi ka mag-issue ng TRO. And I think it will refer to whether the TRO is valid or not. The warrant of arrest is valid or not. or whether this is something, kasi if it's not, kasi ganito pwede, Joey, no? If it's not enforceable in the Philippines, how can I rule over it? Nagets mo?
Mm.
Pwedeng ganun eh.
Mm.
Ngayon, pag ganun yung decision ng Supreme Court, hindi ka po pwede matibag mag-aresto kasi hindi nga valid yung warrant. Kaya kasi pwedeng hindi sila bigyan ng TRO kasi wala namang valid warrant. Or pwede rin silang sabihin na kaya kami nag-issue ng TRO, hindi kami nag-issue ng TRO kasi valid yung warrant. Or pwede rin hindi kami nag-issue ng TRO because there is a pending case related to this issue that would affect whatever. So, complex yung situation na to. And that's why I cannot say na nanalo sina BBM. Kasi hindi pa natin alam kung bakit hindi sila nag-issue ng TRO.
Ayan. Okay ka na, Sas. Ayan. Tawag dito, first and foremost, okay, I would just like to tell everyone that I respect the decision of the Supreme Court. Kung ano yung magiging decision nila, at the end of the day, we have no choice but to respect it. Okay? But the Supreme Court is an adult, okay? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na porket okay, so ganyan ang desisyon nila, wala naman tayo, susundin naman talaga natin yan regardless or whatever, ganyan. It doesn't mean that you cannot criticize it. It doesn't mean that you cannot express your frustration or your disappointment. And ako, personally, I really feel disappointed dun sa desisyon na walang TRO. Take a look at the numbers. 9 said na hindi siya dapat bigyan ng TRO, pero 5 justices said, kailangan merong protective order. Kailangan merong TRO. And 1 justice did not participate. So, there is a huge debate in the Supreme Court. I'm very sure grabe yung debate diyan. But I kind of felt that temporary lang naman 'to eh. Ang nadi-disappoint ako yung fact na you let a Filipino go in hiding, abrogated yung mga karapatan niya, abrogated yung kanyang whatsoever. Even if later mag-decide yung Supreme Court na invalid talaga yung warrant of arrest ng ICC unless pumunta to sa Philippine Court or whatsoever, kineso, yung period na kailangan ni Bato ng proteksyon ng Estado ay hindi siya nabigyan ng proteksyon ng Estado is for me is very difficult to swallow. Kasi no Filipino deserve to be in that situation. Na yung moment na kailangan mo ng proteksyon, hindi ka mabibigyan ng protection. I don't know, tama naman yun. Baka for some technical reasons, let's wait until we see kung ano talaga yung exact justification dito ng Supreme Court. Pero kasi, ang totoo dito, si Bato cannot live his life anymore. He is being manhunt right now. As we speak, minamanhunt si Bato without valid warrant. And na durog yung puso ko that the Supreme Court justices would not be united in protecting the right of an individual guaranteed by the Constitution na bakit hindi maibigay? Bakit hindi maibigay? Pwede naman nilang bawiin yan anytime. Pwede na, I mean, parang for me, hindi ko malunok ba na later on, kahit mag-rule kayo in favor of Bato by saying na ano yan, ang tawag dito, yung ICC warrant, kailangan dumaan yan sa Philippine Judicial Court, the judicial system, before you can arrest Bato. Let's say after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, they're going to decide that way. How about the life that was deprived on Bato during that period that he has to live in hiding because he's being chased by a state-sanctioned kidnappers? Ako, sa totoo lang, parang naano ako na ang hina nung voice of conscience sa Supreme Court. At the end of the day, wala tayong magagawa dito. Tatanggapin natin yung desisyon nila eh. Kung ano man yun. But I also fear for my own constitutional rights. Because right now, I do not really feel that my government is going to protect me. When I ask for a protection, kapag ginagago ako ng walang legal justification. And of course, lahat ng mga lawyers, lahat ng mag-aano, technically, this is not a loss. Agree po ako dyan. Agree po ako dyan. But politically, it's really costing me anxiety. Because the reality is that while you can still fight it out until the final resolution of the decision, the reality is that one Filipino is being deprived of his freedom right now just to stay free. At hindi mo alam, baka barilin pa yan. Hindi mo alam ba kung huhulihin niya ng buhay, huhulihin niya ng patay, mapadala lang nila yan sa ICC. And we do not know if it's going to stop on Bato. They're going to do it on Bongo. They're going to do it on Aguirre and in other PNP chief nung panahon ni PRRD. And it's gonna go down on regular people. If they can do it to people like PRRD, Bato, Bongo, other PNP chief, former DOJ secretary, gagawin nila yan sa ordinaryong Pilipino. And can I get protected? So yun yung ano ko, yun yung frustrations ko dyan. Parang sobra namang nag-overthink yung Supreme Court dito, temporary lang naman, temporary protection lang naman yan eh. 'Di ba? But do not deprive the person to live his life normally. Eh, kaya ka nga merong temporary relief na mga ganito, no? Kasi you want to preserve the right of the person. At least, yan yung natutunan ko sa law school. Hindi ko alam kung meron pa palang ibang interpretation yan. But you know, kaya ka nga nagte-temporary relief kasi may danger dun sa karapatan mo na mava-violate. And that danger was already shown noong May 11 and noong May 13. So parang sa akin, ano pang hinihintay ng Supreme Court dito? Hinihintay ba nilang merong mamatay? Sabi ni Wans, I think problem with the TRO petition of Bato with the SC is broad scope. Nilagyan kasi nila any foreign judicial or quasi-judicial. Kung specific sana like ICC, baka pinagbigyan ng SC. Well, ang tawag dito, perhaps, hindi natin alam. Yun nga kasi, tama naman si Sas dun sa point niya eh. Baka there might be some technical consideration here kasi it's also about the manner of how you argue before them eh. Pero parang sa akin naman, hindi ba tayo magre-reality check? Hindi ba tayo magre-reality check dito? So, to be honest, as a student of law, torn talaga ako, tsaka basag na basag talaga yung puso ko. Kasi that is the very reason why we build this judicial system our justice system. Fairness. And I don't think it is fair that you're not going to protect the constitutional right guaranteed to the person because of, I don't know, maybe merong kulang sa argument, merong procedural lapse, parang kung obvious na obvious naman, 'di ba? Kung transcendental naman yung issue, ang sakit lang sa puso. So, and the length of time na uminog dito sa desisyon na to na tinatangisan natin for more than 1 year and they still haven't made up their mind is putting everyone in limbo. And I don't think as Filipinos, we deserve it. Yung bansa kasi sabi ko nga no, kagaya yung kay PRRD, kung moot and academic yung kay PRRD, di mag-decide na kayo di moot and academic, tapusin nyo. Mas okay na yun na mag-decide kayo at hindi nyo paboran si PRRD, parang alam na namin dito kung ano yung next step namin. Di ba? Kasi yung walang desisyon. Because I don't think Filipino deserve to live in limbo. Yung nangyari kay Bato nung May 13, hindi pa ba sapat yun? Yung mga public pronouncement ni Matibag, hahanapin ka namin, nasan ka man. Meron na kaming location mo, mag-ingat ka. Kasi baka nasa tabi mo na kami. Yun yung sinasabi ni Matibag, di ba? Technically, legally, this is not a loss. Kasi pwede pang magdesisyon yung Supreme Court. But politically, we have lost something here. And please allow people to express their frustration because it's really, really frustrating. Because when one Filipino cannot live his life normally, it is not fair kung walang legal justification kung bakit kailangan niyang magtago. So, alam ko, no, marami dyan magsasabi, hindi, wag mo naman awayin ng Supreme Court. Hindi ko inaaway yung Supreme Court. I am just expressing that this is the reality. And I don't see any urgency here. The Supreme Court may change their mind and decide. At the end of the day, kung ano magiging desisyon nila, yun naman yung kakainin natin eh. And whatever their decision is, we will have to respect it. But please, allow us to express our deep frustrations. It's taking so long.
In fairness, ang tagal ng decision nung kay PRD, dapat i-settle na nila, is it moot and academic? Then moot and academic. Then we can all move on.
Correct! Diba? O edi, para alam na natin kung anong gagawin natin moving forward. Diba? Ano ba kailangan gawin dito ng mga tao? Diba? Ano ba bang aasahan namin? I mean, the people deserve closure. Kung ayaw niyong kampihan, di wag niyong kampihan. Magdesisyon kayo. Moot and academic. Sabihin niyo moot and academic. Pero yung...
I think that's the I think that's what everyone wants to happen. Closure. I think, for supporters of Duterte, anti-Duterte, if you already decide that moot and academic or tama lang, then so be it. Pero yung nasa limbo kasi yung Pilipinas ngayon on a transcendental issue.
Correct.
So yun yung yun yung nakaka-frustrate, no? Yun nakaka-frustrate na situation. Sabi, told you, Joey, we are doomed. Judiciary is useless. It's not useless. Ilang beses na ang judiciary na
yeah.
You know, if they decided on,
even if
they decided in favor.
Even if they're going to decide, let's say later on, okay, whatever the decision is, it's going to give direction on how we're going to approach our national issues moving forward. Okay? The decision of the Supreme Court, even if it doesn't agree with our prayer, even if it did not grant our prayer, it doesn't mean it is useless. It means now we understand that this is how the judiciary going to behave. This is how the judiciary is going to behave when confronted certain issues like this. So ngayon, kayong mga Pilipino, anong gagawin nyo? Diba? So, ngayon, kung kunwari, ganyan na magiging desisyon nila, the use of that is, how are the Filipino people going to react on this? I am really hoping, on the back of my mind, I am really hoping that the Supreme Court is doing some high-level politics. Alam mo yon, that they are doing something that is not written in their decision, that they are probably thinking for the best, thinking for what is the best for our country. Na siguro ba, but this is pure speculation, no? Pero I am hoping for that, na siguro baka kaya hindi nila binigyan ng temporary restraining order si Bato kasi Bato is better off na protektahan niya yung sarili niya kaysa protektahan siya under the under the auspices of the Supreme Court order. Ganon, parang mas safe ka pagka poprotektahan mo yung sarili mo kaysa sasabihin namin na hindi ka pwedeng maaresto kasi pag hindi ka pwedeng maaresto baka hindi rin naman kami sundin ng mga yan eh. 'Di ba? Pagkatapos mag-feeling safe. Alam mo yun, yung parang on the back of my head, I am really hoping na sana merong high-level politics na ginagawa tong Supreme Court that is not confined doon sa kanilang primary mandate. Na maybe they are still looking after us, our welfare. Yung mga ganong etos. Pero, ang sakit kasi sa totoo lang. Ang sakit-sakit kasi. Yung mga ganitong bagay, supposedly yung mga urgent matters like this, and the reason why you have TRO, temporary remedies like this, is because you want to avoid yung pag-i-infringe ng karapatan ng individual na hindi naman necessaryong ma-infringe. Kasi nga, hindi mo pa nasisettle yung issue eh. Hindi mo po pwedeng i-cross yun kasi nga, hindi mo pa nabibigyan ng final ruling kung paano i-approach yung problema na yun. Like for the warrant of arrest. You cannot keep on threatening ba to na aarestuhin ka unless dumaan yan sa judicial system. I mean, maintindihan ko sana kung maintindihan ko sana kung hindi kami pwedeng mag-issue ng TRO because this is not, I mean, maybe a preliminary na hindi kami pwedeng mag-issue ng TRO kasi hindi naman yan lawful order, hindi pa naman yan order coming from any agency that we recognize. It's just probably, I think that is going to play some part in the decision sa 25. Ganon. Pero, how are we going to preserve the right of Bato? Bakit nakalimutan natin yung pinaka-importanting point na dapat nating pinoprotektahan? And the very reason why we built this system of justice. So, ayun. Sabi ni Strictly, my opinion might come from a place of ignorance, pero this denial of TRO sends the wrong signal to the common folk. This basically allows yung mga lawmakers na kontra kay Bato to have a field day. This also enables yung patuloy na pag-pursue illegally kay Bato to resume. It gives the admin some sort of backing and nakita nyo na din naman paano siya tinitreat sa MSM. And it doesn't stop on Bato. Kung walang TRO kay Bato, they can do it to, it doesn't stop. It will be done to Bongo, to Aguirre, to all other officials nung panahon ni PRRD. It's not gonna stop. And it might trickle down to ordinary Filipinos. Who's gonna stop it? You cannot expect a TRO from the SC. So, I am deeply, deeply frustrated and disappointed. Pero at the same time, wala kang magagawa eh. You have to swallow it, whatever the Supreme Court is going to do. We just hope that they're going to change their mind. That when they hear our frustrations, magbago yung isip nila. Diba? Pasensya na po, hindi namin ma-gets yung lalim ng pag-iisip eh. Ang naiintindihan lang namin, paano i-preserve yung karapatan namin na guaranteed by the Constitution. Wala naman na ibang aasahan ng mga Pilipino. Kanino kami lalapit? Wala ba kami ibang lalapitan?
Well, actually, it's frustrating for everyone. Wala kasing wala kasing explanation, ang tagal pa.
Correct. Pagkatapos bitin pa sa 25 pa. Ano ba yan? Merong silver lining. Ang silver lining is yung 5 justices na nag-grant. So, ibig sabihin, kahit pa paano, may konsensya pa naman yung Supreme Court. Yun nga lang, hindi enough to be the majority vote. Ayun. So, I do not know.
Pero girl, hindi rin natin alam kung bakit sila nag-dissent. Kasi po pwede kang nag-dissent because meron kang hindi gusto doon sa reasoning. But you agree with... Oo. So, let's just wait and see. Wait and see. I think everyone is in a wait and see moment. I want to be surprised about the reasoning. Yun ang gusto ko. I want to be surprised.
Well, let's hope for the best. Ayun. Pero, ayun nga, ang frustration ko is coming from from this moment on, kahit magdesisyon sila ng pabor kay PRRD or kay Bato, wala na meron ng diminution ng mga karapatan nila. Which is supposedly protected by the TRO eh. May diminution na nung karapatan nila. Hindi mo na mababalik yun eh. Hindi mo na mababalik yung period na kailangan niya magtago, kailangan niyang protektahan yung sarili niya, kailangan niya Hindi mo na mababalik yun. 'Di ba? So, ayun lang. So, I really hope that our lawyers would do their best to carry out kung ano man yung kailangan maipaglaban legally, and ayun lang. That is my position on the issue. Ayun. Ayun. We can be very clinical about it all we want, pero you can't deny that there is a clear and present danger that is happening on the ground. Again, baka di arok ng IQ ko ng legalist, pero frustration is undeniable. Correct. Kaya ba sa akin, parang huwag niyong pigilan yung mga tao mag-express ng frustration. This is really frustrating. Parang, kasi may mga nagsasabi sa akin, oh Joey, huwag mo na maawayin yung Supreme Court. Hindi ko na yung Supreme Court. I am expressing my frustrations. And I know that Supreme Court is adult. They listen also. Sunod na yan si Bato. Nakalagay si Bato sa nakalagay sa listahan si Bato sa, di ba parang nag-release na sila ng mga statement nun kung sino yung mga kasama ni PRRD. Not necessarily na sila yung mga, parang mga accomplices ko no, ni PRRD. Co-conspirator. Di ba nag-release na sila nun? Si Bato, si Bongo, si Aguirre, and other PNP chiefs.
Di ba sabi pa nga nila, biglang nandun na rin si Inday Sara. Remember nung 2023?
Yung hinabol nila. Diba? And the number is not going to stop. Sa totoo lang
It's not going, meron, given how the ICC, nakita niyo naman yung naka-televise, so ano nila, nakita kung gaano kababaw yung ICC. Girl, they can just issue a warrant of arrest. Kanino mo ko-question eh?
Correct.
Pwede mo lang questionin, nandun ka na, nakakulong ka na.
Oo.
Wala ka na. Kaya nga that's why it's a transcendental issue. Ako yung masasabi ko na lang talaga, #Mindanao. Mindanao. NOW. Mindanao. Yun lang masasabi ko, ano? #Mindanao. Kasi these people will, hay nako, nakita nila kayang na ganun kabilis mag-ano ang ICC.
Correct. Di ba nga yung ICC nung winawasiwas ni Trillanes yung secret warrant of arrest ni Bato, biglang the following day inunseal ang warrant of arrest.
Oo.
I mean, up until now, hindi pa naku-question ng ICC bakit merong hawak na warrant of arrest copy si Trillanes.
It's actually a violation of the rules of ICC itself.
Yes.
It's actually a violation of, ang daming violation na ng rule ng ICC, and you cannot question it. Kasi the only one that could question it is the Philippine government.
Correct. So, diba?
So, yan ang ano na nila. Ano nga siya eh, it's really, that's why a lot of countries are not members of ICC. As simple as that.
Mm-hmm.